A woman walked into a luxury boutique and snapped her fingers. "What's your most expensive shoe?" The clerk smiled. "Dolce & Gabbana, $3,600. She bought 2 pairs without blinking. At the counter, she spotted her old classmate Celine, asking about a $150 discount. She walked over smirking. "Wow, still shopping on a budget?" Celine smiled politely. "Just something simple." The woman flaunted her diamond ring. "My husband spends more than that on dinner. Guess not everyone married well." Celine left quietly. Curious, the woman followed and saw Celine's husband outside, dressed plainly, helping a janitor take out trash. She laughed. "So that's him." Moments later, a McLaren pulled up. Her own husband stepped out and immediately greeted him. "Mr. Nelson." The woman froze. "That's my boss," her husband said sharply. It turned out the janitor was actually the owner of a major company who had been helping clean up after losing his keys. The boss looked at her calmly. "You think wealth is what you wear. Real success doesn't need to show off." The woman stood silent, learning that status isn't what you spend, it's how you carry yourself. Comment, yes, if you agree. While walking home one night, a scared, hungry boy grabbed a woman's arm. "Please, I have nothing. My parents are gone. I just need food." Her daughter pulled her sleeve. "Mom, don't. Dad said people like this can't be trusted." The mother sighed. "Who taught you that?" Then she gently shook her head and handed over their rent money. "I'm Christine Martinez. I hope this helps." The boy froze. "Why would you do that?" She replied softly. "Sometimes kindness comes back in ways you don't expect." That night, her husband exploded when he found out. "You gave away our rent money. I'm done." He walked out, leaving her with the kids. 15 years later, as they packed for eviction, a young man approached. "Do you have any food?" Christine handed him a sandwich. Moments later, the landlord arrived. "You should have been gone." The man stepped forward. "They're not leaving." He handed over papers. "I bought this house." The woman broke down in tears. "Why would you do this?" He smiled. "Do you remember a hungry boy you helped years ago?" She gasped. "That was you. You gave me everything when you had nothing. I built a life from that moment, and I came back to return it." Sometimes kindness doesn't just return, it rebuilds everything. Drop a heart if you agree. A wealthy man stepped out of his BMW and handed a homeless man $100. "Watch my car. I'll pay you $300 total. Name's Charlie," the man said. "Deal." His friend laughed. "You're insane trusting him with a $160,000 car." 2 hours later, they returned. Window shattered, Charlie asleep nearby. "What happened?" the rich man snapped. "I don't know," Charlie stammered. The friend smirked. "Told you. He even stole your watch." The rich man demanded Charlie's family info and called his sister. Minutes later, she arrived in shock. "Charlie," then she froze. She knew the rich man from high school. "My brother would never do this." The friend rolled his eyes. "Sure." A nearby shop owner stepped in, showing CCTV footage. It clearly showed the friend drugging Charlie, then smashing the window and stealing the watch. Silence. "I didn't like you helping him," the friend muttered. "So I framed him." The rich man's face hardened. "Get out. Now." He turned to Charlie. "I'm sorry. Truly. You don't deserve this. I want to help you start over. With a job. Truth doesn't always come first, but it always comes out. Drop a heart if you agree." While walking through a store, a young boy stopped at a Nintendo Switch. "Dad, can I get this for my birthday?" His father glanced at his nearly empty wallet and forced a smile. "Not this time, buddy, but I promise. Someday." As they walked on, a man nearby quietly dropped $200 behind them. "Hey, kid," he whispered, "you dropped this." The boy picked it up, confused, then ran to his dad. "Did you lose money?" "No." The boy returned it immediately. "It's not ours." The man studied him. "You sure? You could buy that game." "No, sir. My dad said we don't take what isn't ours." The man was stunned. Moments later, he overheard the father on the phone. Insurance had denied coverage for his sick wife. "I don't know what else to do." The call ended. The man stepped in and handed him $1,000. Don't lose hope. Later, he shared their story online. Within 24 hours, donations poured in, over $100,000. At the hospital, the father stared in disbelief. The boy smiled through tears. "I prayed for a miracle, and this time, it came through people." Drop a heart if you agree. One rainy night. A soaked man stepped into a cafe just before closing. "Please, I need to speak to the owner," he said. The waiter snapped. "We're closed. Get out." The owner walked over. Calm. "What do you need?" The man hesitated. "I have a job interview tomorrow, but I've got nothing. No suit, no haircut. Could you lend me $500? The waiter scoffed, but the owner studied him, then quietly handed him $600. "Good luck. I'll pay you back," the man promised. The waiter muttered, "You just got scammed." A year later, as the cafe prepared to shut down, a sharply dressed man walked in. "Is the owner here?" The owner stepped out and froze. "You?" The man smiled. I got the job. He placed a signed check on the counter. Will this cover buying the place? The owner's eyes filled with tears. I only gave you $600. The man nodded. That $600 didn't just help me, it gave me my life back. Sometimes, one act of trust can change everything. Comment yes if you agree.